Hello, this is Bridget Round with Divine Essentials. Hey there, this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you can be a cross-watcher with those placements, or dealing with somebody that has those placements. And if you don't know your full chart, there's free natal charts online. You can just Google it and put in your birth details, and it will let you know where all your placements are. So if this reading doesn't resonate for you, there may be a message for you in a different sign. All right. I do intend these readings to be timeless, and I also, you can be on either side of the story. So I usually read like the energy of the cards. Like if there's a woman on the card, I might say divine feminine, but we all have feminine and masculine energies inside of us. So you could be a woman that's like resonating more so with the messages coming through as a masculine energy. But again, just take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't sound anything like your story, it probably isn't. And so you might want to just click off. But I think other than that, what we're going to be finding out is, what's been wrong with your connection, or what's wrong with like you or the person you've been dealing with when it comes to this connection. Like maybe there's something you need to heal. What's this person's intentions for you going forward? And have they or will they change? Okay, so these are usually readings for people who have had, difficult connections. It hasn't been hunky-dory, easy peasy, down the way. It's a little difficult. So I have the Sun in reverse and I have the Ace of Wands. And what I'm picking up here for the difficulties within your connection is that there's been a lack of clarity. Okay, because this indicates clarity, illumination, happiness. And I feel like there's been a lack of clarity within your relationship. There's probably been both of you having like doubts or not really knowing where you're going, what's happening here, what's this person's intentions, is this for me, why am I dealing with this, all of those thoughts, and just not really having a whole lot of clarity when it comes to dealing with each other. I also feel like there's been a lack of like happy, okay? It's like it's been difficult for you guys, and there may be a lot of passion. I feel like with that Ace of Wands, you guys probably are like magnetically drawn to each other. You could have, had like a very intense sexual connection with this person, or you could have just desired them intensely. But I feel like that may have also caused an issue within your relationship. Yeah, because we also have the Five of Pentacles coming out, so one of you or both of you may have ended up feeling kind of left out and cold from each other, or from this person that you're dealing with. And you may have also struggled with self-value and worth. I always look at that Five of Pentacles. It's like, because usually when we're living in a life of like poverty or being left out in the cold and just like rejected and things like that, it comes from what we're thinking. We attract what we think, we attract what we feel. So whatever we're putting out there is what we start perceiving, regardless of what's actually happening around us, or regardless of what's available to us. We can really block ourselves from that, just from our mind. And we can also not have clarity about where somebody stands with us, or what they're actually thinking, saying, feeling, doing, and even reject ourselves from it out of our fear. Okay. I also have the Three of Cups. So for some of you, this person could have been dealing with another person. The Three of Cups can be multiple things. Some people look at this as like happy celebration, but it can be a happy celebration with somebody else, because you see there's three people here. So the person you were dealing with may have been either in a relationship when you met them. They could have been married. You could have been in a relationship when you met this person, or you could have even just been coming out of a relationship that was very difficult, and you may have not have been in the best place. You may have not have been in like a very happy-go-lucky energy, and you may have had the passion with this person, but you could have really been in this Five of Pentacles struggle with yourself, your life, what's going on around you, and that could have influenced this in a difficult way. And for them, they could have been dealing with their own stuff, whatever they had going on in their life, and whatever they were feeling about themselves internally probably impacted this. This can also be alcohol, drinking, partying. So this person may have been kind of just like all about the passion, but the next day they were gone and you were back in that Five of Pentacles energy. And there may have even been like an immaturity with the connection, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of passion and a lot of desire, but when it came to like the love and all of that, it may have been kind of hidden, suppressed because of insecurities. You may have been afraid to be vulnerable, or this person may have been afraid to be vulnerable and tell the full truth about what they were dealing with or how they were feeling or what was going on for them, just out of that insecurity of like, oh, maybe they're not going to like me if they hear that. Maybe I'll just leave that for later, you know. And so you could have had like a lack of communication and just, again, that lack of clarity between the two of you. Also, there could have been secrets. This person may have been secretly dealing with somebody else that they didn't even let you know about. And you could have found that out. And I'm also just picking up, there could have been some awkwardness, you know, like this butterfly in the belly. Because when you have that much passion too, and you don't have a lot of value on yourself, you may get insecure and put the other person on a pedestal. Instead of working together with them, you know, you may start acting in ways that they're not really attractive. When you put somebody else on a pedestal, it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you acting like that? Like, just be normal, you know? People don't want to be like, think about yourself, like when people have like thrown themselves at you and they're like, I'm in love with you. You're like, get the fuck away from me. But when you act normal, you know, and feel like you're on the same pillar with this person, that you're not like, oh my God, they're perfect and I don't compare, you know, that's a little bit easier. And so I feel like for some of you that could have been an issue either on your side or their side. And just a lack of ability being able to work together through this stuff to build anything because of all these other issues. And the High Priestess is here. So again, there could have been infidelity, there could have been cheating, or you could have, again, had not known. Like, you may have perceived them to be cheating or keeping secrets from you, or, you know, doing certain things, and they maybe you just didn't know if they were or not, okay? Because this is secrets and stuff like that, but I'm also picking up insecurities and illusions and stuff like that. So, you know, I just feel like there's been a whole lack of knowledge and wisdom when it comes to this relationship. Just not really knowing where you stand, what's this person up to, who's this person dealing with, you know, where do we stand, where is this going? And it just feels like it's been difficult, to say the least. So let's see, how's this person's intentions right now for you? How does this person feel towards you right now? What are their intentions? I have 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Holy crap. And the 5 of Wands. That's weird. All right. So the 5 of Wands is conflict and competition. But coming out with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, I mean, this is ultimate fulfillment, ultimate everything. Like, you are a happy family and you have the dream life you've always wanted. You've got the mansion on top of the hill. You got whatever it is that you perceive to be the dream, okay? Could be like, you could be out in the mountains with a little cabin and your 2 kids and your dog, or you could be in the city. It's like whatever you pictured your end game to be. Like for me, I just want to be on a beach somewhere. Just put me near the beach where it's always warm and I'll be happy. And I feel like that's what like the intention is here. But with this competition energy, I'm actually picking up that this person's intention may be to like fight that stuff off. Like they may want to get rid of that energy, like kill it so that the 10, so they can reconcile. Okay, so they have good, so it looks like there's pretty positive intentions here. They may be wanting to fight off any competition that you have on your side, or they may be wanting to eliminate any competition they have on their side so that they can work with you again, reconcile with you, rekindle that energy of like blossoming love and feeling those butterflies in the stomach and just wanting to see where this goes, you know, see how this evolves. Yeah, so it looks like they want to fight for this, okay? And I feel like in the past this person was probably guarded, but I feel like their intention now is to fight for it. They don't want to keep their guard up anymore. They want to come towards this person that, you know, they probably have a past life connection with. There could have also been things that were impacting your relationship due to your inner child. Okay, so if you grew up in a home where it was difficult and it definitely wasn't like a 10 of Pentacles situation, or maybe it was a 10 of Pentacles situation, but the emotional stuff wasn't there. Maybe, you know, like for me, I grew up in a home that you weren't allowed, like if you were upset or cried, you got made fun of. You know, we would say I love you by like play fighting. very sarcastic, very, very cold. And I would always like seclude myself away, and I felt like I didn't have anybody. So those types of issues in a family dynamic can really impact you from being able to like recognize or attract it later in life, because you don't know what it feels like. You may know what it looks like, you may know that you want it, but it may be hard for you to be in the right vibration to have it because you've never been in that vibration. So you've got to heal that little child inside that has been wounded, either emotionally or in regards to their abundance and what they are able to attract and what they're able to have as a result of just being themselves. They may have, and that may have been where a lot of that value and that worth came from too. You know, you may have been trying to prove yourself because maybe as a child and this can even happen in like school, like you go to school and you're like, you picked on for something, like you carry that for the rest of your life, and that will really impact your ability to attract and see and open yourself up, because you may just kind of guard yourself and like fight because you feel like everything's a fight, or that everybody's going to end up hurting you, or that you have to prove yourself. Okay. So I feel like those are some issues here, but I feel like the intentions are to heal that, to get rid of that, to reconcile. Look at that, to go towards their divine counterpart. So to make that decision to choose love, the lover, it's like, I feel like it's like the one, you know, like this is the one you're meant to be with. This is the one that was guided to you for a reason. You know, this is the one you've been waiting for. This is the one that you've probably been searching for, but was right there all along, you know. And with this Page of Swords, I feel like this person could be kind of like intending to say something, but they're kind of holding back right now, just waiting and watching for the right opportunity. Because for me, the Page of Swords is somebody that's like keeping an eye on you. They may send you a text message, or they may, you know, comment on one of your photos, or like something on your you know, Instagram or Facebook or whatever you got. But sometimes they just hold themselves back instead of actually speaking up. Yeah, and I feel like it's coming from a place of anxiety surrounding communication. And it's probably because of the lack of clarity that you guys have had together, or the communications that you've shared in the past maybe have got misconstrued, or things just were never fully open, or maybe now it's just things are awkward. So again, they may feel like they don't want to confront that. It's like, can we just, you know, not deal with that and let me stay over here and watch from afar. But I do think this person wants to clear the contract. So for those of you that were dealing with somebody that was like married, they may be thinking about getting a divorce. For those of you where you just know that this is a contract that you had with them, I feel like it's like this is indicating that when this communication comes from this person, you'll be clearing whatever contract it was. So if it was like a karmic contract, you may clear it out completely. If it was a divine contract, I feel like the two of you be coming together. Yeah, I think a lot of you will be coming together to work together to build that sacred temple, you know, to build something beautiful, because this person does care about you. They do love you. They just probably have issues showing it, and so sometimes it may come across as a page, a little immature, just it's like flirty energy, but it's not, it doesn't express the amount of love this person has. But I do feel this person is intending to bring communication, to take action. They may even be intending to travel towards you if you guys are far away from each other. With the Eight of Wands, that can indicate like flying. But this can even just be like coming over emotional distance, whatever issues you guys have had, whatever illusions there have been or distractions you had within this connection, they may be getting ready to overcome that and come towards you. Yeah, look at that. Now the sun's upright, bringing clarity and illumination. So it's like they want to be happy. And I feel like they want to make you happy, and they want to have that clarity. They want to have that happiness. They may have learned their lessons that they needed to learn separately, and now the two of you can come together to gain more clarity, to learn more, to attract more, and to heal more with a valuable new beginning. And the moon is behind the pentacle there. So it's like we put those insecurities to the past, and we step forward into, you know, this healing, this abundance, respect, you know, grounded love. So let's see, has this person changed, or will they? And I guess that will just be dependent upon if you know that they're still kind of acting up or doing things that don't really feel good to you. Are they going to change? And if you haven't heard from them at all, if you don't know where they're at all, have they, you know? So either have they or will they? Look at that. Ace of Pentacles came out again. I feel like for a lot of them they have, or they definitely will, okay? So if they're acting a fool, I think in the future you may expect somebody that's ready to give to you more equally, ready to have a balanced relationship so that you can have your 10 of Cups to bring emotional fulfillment. So it does look, you know, because if in the past, like I said, if one of you was just trying to give too much, or the other person wasn't open to receiving, or any imbalance with the give and take, because this is like the scale about like giving and receiving, I feel like this new start is putting that behind you and doing it in a balanced way, or compromising. I feel like that there needs to be compromising. So maybe this person has a certain thing about how they like communicated with you in the past, or how they've approached you in the past, and you may have a certain, you know, fear surrounding that because you don't want to have things repeat. Yeah, you're afraid of a 10 of Swords. So I feel like this person may be taking that into consideration at this point and now wanting to be gentle with their approach. Yeah, getting creative with their approach before they come to reconcile. So they could be really trying to trust spirit at this point, looking for the signs and the guidance of the judgment. And I feel like spirit has probably been like blowing the horn in their face. They're probably seeing a lot of things connected to you, pushing them to make the right decisions and to overcome the energies and the insecurities and get creative with how they're approaching, so that they don't bring up those triggers or those feelings of, you know, running away from it or hurting somebody again, or even triggering it within the other person to make them feel scared or unsure of their intention, you know, because if you're here watching like what's their intentions, you probably are unsure. So with the Fool, I also feel that this person, you know, they could be letting go of things that were influencing you from outside of the connection. This could be like friends, family, and even their own beliefs or how they felt about themselves, like feeling like, you know, oh, maybe this won't work because of X, Y, and Z, or, you know, I don't know if my mom or my dad is going to be okay with this, or, you know, I don't know if my friends will accept this person. It's like letting go of this stuff like that, because that is just stupid, you know, like, and I have it happen all the time. Like people send questions because of like different race, different background, different, you know, oh, I grew up here and they grew up there. It's like, what the hell does that even matter? You know, so putting that ego away and taking the leap of faith towards what they actually want, what they've been guided to go towards, instead of letting everybody else or even their own like internal working keep them from it. And that again could be that ancestral or those past life beliefs that have been ingrained into this person to the point where they don't even have any awareness or consciousness that they're making decisions based out of these beliefs, but at the end of the day they are, or that their life's being impacted by it. So like if you're walking around with the belief that money is the root of all evil, you're probably not going to be attracting a lot of money because you look at it as a negative thing. So if this person has some belief inside of them that, you know, if I commit to somebody, they're going to hurt me, they're going to leave me, and maybe grandpa and great-great-grandpa and great-great-great-great-grandpa were all in relationships that their wife cheated and left, you know, that will come down into this person and impact them. But they may not understand it or even know it. It's just internal. So I feel like this is saying this person is going to change that type of behavior. They're also going to change the type of behavior that has kept them just held back from taking the leap of faith. And with the Queen of Wands, I feel like their passion is guiding them. Look at that. He's on the bottom of the deck. I didn't even notice that until just now. This is your perfect pair. They understand that. I feel like, again, taking all of the pain and the suffering and the issues that you faced with each other and in your life and through your beliefs and through the conditioning and through whatever your life has brought to you, these two take all of that and they fire it up inside of themselves to go after what they're wanting, to become somebody. This is the motivator. This is the entrepreneur. This is the person that gets shit done and knows exactly how to get it done and isn't afraid to take that action because they've, you know, if they fall, but they're going to get right back up and do it again. And that's how you need to be in life. You can't let one little thing deter you from going after what you're truly wanting or what your passion is guiding you to do. Yeah, going after your wishes. So I feel like this person does have that energy within them to change. This for sure is rising into your wishes becoming fulfilled. This is even, coming into recognition. So either recognition of each other, you could even be getting attention from other people outside of you, rising into like a spotlight, or just like rising in consciousness and understanding things on a deeper level. And when you reach that, that's again when you start to jump away from the bullshit, from society, from the beliefs, from the thoughts in the back of your head that tell you you're not good enough. And so I do feel like major transformation is coming. And when you see a tower moment, this can be an epiphany moment. This can be like a destruction of a relationship. Like if they're in a karmic situation, tearing it down, leaving it behind to build again in a new place and to rise up into that light, or just having the understanding of what they need to know in order to take that leap of faith to go towards where their passion lies. So it looks pretty positive. What I'm going to do now is go over to Vimeo and we'll find out what to expect over the next 4 weeks with this person. What does this person have to say to you? And then the final outcome of the connection. So if you'd like to join me, that link will be down below. If not, thank you for joining me this far. And anything else that you need to know about me is in the description box. If you want to get a private reading, I'm booked up until the beginning of October now. And what else? Oh, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys very much for helping me to hit 34,000 subscribers. I have made a little oracle deck with messages that's coming, so I'm excited about that. I will be using it in future readings. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's been some transformation here for you guys. So if you want to join me, that link will be down below. In Renee, namaste.